Hi, Sagittarius. I have tried to do your reading a couple of times now. And um, there was even one time I got through the whole thing and then somehow I deleted it. Like it was uploading and I deleted it. So we're going to try this again. The feeling that I'm getting is, like I wanted to do it on Sunday. I feel like you guys are having a really hard time deciding on what to do and where to go and what path to take. Makes a lot of sense. And I'm a Sagittarius moon, so I was really looking forward to the full moon in Sagittarius. And I was actually kind of making it bigger than I felt like it needed to be. I wanted it to be like fire and creativity and everything, that was kind of eluding me at this point. There are situations in your life that you have been fighting for and really wanting to, you want it to work. You really, really want it to work. And if it's not working and if it keeps getting more and more uncomfortable, then I feel like it's time for you to kind of take a step back and reevaluate. I had to recalibrate myself this morning. I did the Sagittarius reading and then I deleted it and didn't even realize I had deleted it until it stopped uploading and I was like, oh my God, what is happening? So I had to realign myself and do some energy work because I am really feeling out of balance. And I know that that's something that Sagittarius is super feeling right now. The balance is not, it's not clear. What is supposed to be happening in your life is not clear. Yeah, right? 7 of Cups, first card that came out. So confused. And the Emperor. Mars is in Aquarius right now. You could have an Aries in your life that is really kind of confusing you as well. But Mars is in Aquarius right now, and Uranus is in Taurus. And Uranus is the planet of Aquarius. So Mars is really pushing you to keep moving forward regardless of the 7 of Cups. Mars is saying that it's okay. Don't worry about everything that's going on around you. Don't worry about your future. Because when we get the 7 of Cups, and it's so confusing, and we can't see what's happening in the future, there's this anxiety, there's a fear of the unknown. The world. Right? A culmination of sorts. There has to be an ending to be a new beginning. And whatever is going on in your life that you feel like you've kind of had to have control over, but you have no control over, but you keep trying to get control over it, I want to tell you to just stop. Because there are situations that just simply aren't going to work out. And once you release the expectation of the way you think things are supposed to go, we have the Empress, and then we have the 6 of Wands. That's when new things can start. That's when the creative aspect of life happens. When you start to release the expectations of yourself, then we get the 6 of Wands. We get that freedom. We get that victory. People start to recognize what you're doing. People start to recognize the path that you're on. And if those people no longer resonate with that path, I'm rereading the book, The Power of Now. And I read it last year, around this time last year, but it's by Eckhart Tolle. And even just in the introduction, before the book even starts, he talks about his spiritual awakening process and how everything was stripped from his life, his relationships, his job, his house. Like, he had to hit total rock bottom, become totally unconsciously aware of what was happening to him and what the reality of existence truly was. And everything stripped out of his life. And he said there was this one point where he lived for like 6 months on park benches. And it was the most joyous time in his life. He was not held down by the 3D world and the expectations of him in the 3D world. And I feel like Sagittarius is kind of coming to that point of, it's almost like, how do I live this very spiritual life but also live in the 3D at the same time? You know, it's a balancing act, right? Balancing. There's the star, which is also Aquarius. But there's this newness to you. It's like a recognition of all of these past disappointments, situations, confusion, the things that you keep trying to make work, the things that you keep trying to control. And the way that the planets are aligning right now, it's not by chance. You're on this earth right now on purpose. I'm asked a lot, what is the meaning of this? What is the purpose of my life? The purpose of your life is to learn the lessons. And if you don't learn the lessons, then you go through each lifetime learning them over, you have to go back again and relearn it. I have learned a lot about myself in the last year, more in probably the last 6 months than anything. And the reason why I say this, being a Sagittarius moon, I often have a very optimistic outlook with life. So no matter what happens, even if I have a really bad day, even if I've hit rock bottom, I always somehow am able to pick myself back up and keep moving forward. A lot of people aren't able to do that because they don't recognize that they have the strength and the willpower to actually do it. Everybody has that seed within them to be able to grow. The only thing is we often fight for things to stay the same in our life because change is scary. Change is very scary. And Sagittarius is ascending to a different level. You're preparing. Jupiter is going into your sign in November. And Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Right now it's in Scorpio, which is your 12th house, especially if you're Sagittarius rising at your 12th house. The 12th house is all about the hidden self. The 12th house is all about, so you've been expanding this knowledge of, who am I really? Who am I really? It's the shadow side. It's the side that we don't show everybody. And because that is happening along with Uranus being in Taurus, Uranus is not going to let the things that you have continuously kept in your life that are not stable, that you are not serving, that it's not serving your purpose anymore. Uranus is not going to allow those things to stay. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like this is kind of a person that has been somebody that you've really counted on for, it's like this is a person that you've really counted on, but it's almost like even they have had to fall by the wayside a little bit so that you can find yourself, so that you can find your strength. We have the 7 of Swords, we have the 4 of Cups, and we have strength. a lot of when the universe pulls people or situations or things out of your life, it's not, we have to talk about like a season, a reason, and a lifetime. People come into your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. And if you feel like this person has kind of walked away from you, or you've had to walk away from them, I feel like it's only so that you can find your strength. I don't really necessarily feel like this person's going anywhere. If anything, it's more of they've almost been forced to find themselves as well. They've had to walk away because in order to rebuild their strength and be, that powerhouse for you as well, they've almost had to like pull back and walk away. It's like those two cards really want to come out. It's funny. This Fool card really wanted to, it kept on showing up at the bottom of the deck. The confusion is real. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. There's a very real offer on the table to build your life. Very real offer on the table to build your life. And whoever it's with, it can be, we have Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Leo. We have water. Knight of Cups is water. But the fact that you're still very, very confused about which direction you need to go, this is an opportunity. Don't worry about if you have to pull away from people in your life right now. Don't worry about that. Because I don't feel like these people are actually going anywhere. It's almost like you feel kind of this, like you're deceiving somebody because you've had to pull away and kind of think about where your strength is, where you're going to build yourself up again. It's all in preparatory work. And if there's an offer on the table, I don't see that offer going anywhere anytime soon. I see some endings happening, whether that's in work, but this offer looks pretty stable. The thing is, we have the Fool, and we have the Hanged Man, and we have the 8 of Swords. The confusion, even though this offer is very real and very stable, the confusion within you is also very real. This person, so we have Aquarius and Pisces also. 4 of Swords. I feel like after a time of contemplation, thinking of things differently. I feel like there's a need to think of things differently. And if you have to be super stubborn about it, the 4 of Swords, I always say with this card, there are ties on all of these swords. So cutting ties with the idea of the way you think things are supposed to go. Because we often have an idea of the way we want things to go, but it's scary because it's like, well, if they don't go my way, then it's not going to work out. Not true. I feel like the universe has been pushing you out of your life, continuously pushing you out of your life. And it could have been since Jupiter went into Scorpio. It could have been for the last year. It could have been the last 2 years. However it's happening to you, there is a very real awake process, and you're coming to a time where new beginnings are happening, People are being pulled out of your life. You're getting extremely uncomfortable within it. The confusion is insurmountable. So being still and pulling back and not making it bigger than it is, and not allowing your fears to get involved, the fears of the unknown, and letting, because I feel like sometimes what'll happen is you'll get this opportunity or you'll get this chance and then you don't take it and then you regret it. Just know, it's almost, I really it's so funny because I'm sitting here like this offer that's on the table, like literally on the table here from whatever sign. It doesn't have any sign. There's all sorts of signs here. Doesn't matter who it's from. It is very real. It is very stable. And you have to figure out how it's going to work out in your life. And this is through the first half of June. So if somebody comes to you and offers you something, whether it be a job that you're just going to love, but you have to leave your other job or you have to move or whatever, however that works. Take that rest. Four of Swords, and underneath the Four of Swords is the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Wands, Six of Swords, the Magician, Judgment, and the Three of Wands. I want to jump through all those cards and just get to the storyline, the end. To me, I just want to be like, no, this is what's going to happen, and it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. But we can't skip the steps, right? We have to go through it. So after a time, there's that offer again, except it's in a much bigger cup. If this offer is kind of a burden for you, Ten of Wands, rest easy with it. Six of Swords. Because whatever it is that's coming towards you, and it's going to resonate in your life differently than everybody. So I can't even imagine, begin to imagine what it would be for you. Whatever this is that's coming towards you, from whoever or whatever, it may look like it's really, really hard work. It may look like something you're like, I can't do that. I can't, just leave everything and start going in a different direction. That's going to be really, really hard. Rest easy because the universe is taking care of it. The Six of Swords is saying, come into that balanced mental state of mind. Because you have been doing the work. Even if it doesn't seem like you've been doing the work, I do feel like, and if you keep on fighting for things that are, I'm really antsy and just want to fix everything. It's so interesting. The feelings that I'm getting from you guys is so interesting. It doesn't have to be so hard. We often, as humans, make life much harder than it has to be. And the last three cards that I want to show you guys, the Magician and Judgment, and then the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Right here, all I can say is everything that you've been wanting is coming to you. Everything that you've been desiring is coming to you. And it may not look exactly the way that you want it to look. It may be in a different package. It may be with a different person. It may be a little harder than you think to get there. And not really harder, but you're going to have to do the work to get it. But everything that you've been waiting for and manifesting, the universe is saying, let me take care of it. It's coming to you. And then there's celebrations. Three of Cups, celebrations. Teamwork. So you gotta let go of control. You gotta let go of the control of the unknown, right? Let's go all the way back to the very beginning, first three cards, because we start with an unknown ending. We start with trying to control whatever cycle you've been in over and over and over again that's kind of been elusive to you. If you're not really sure what to think about it, I don't know what my future holds. And then the last three cards, the universe saying, it's okay. You've been through a lot. Been through a lot. You don't have to stay stuck up in your head because you think that you're deceiving other people. You don't have to stay stuck up in your head because you think that offers aren't going to come to you. You don't have to stay stuck up in your head because you don't see the victory at the end of the line. You don't see this. New beginnings, new creations. And if you feel like people are being taken out of your life right now, I don't feel like they're being taken out of your life. I feel like there's kind of this like hiatus from the world or from your people. I feel like you're doing it on purpose, which is okay because you're having to find the strength. You're trying to find the balance and you're having to find the strength of where you need to go in your life. And I want to tell you to rest easy, which is funny because I think I said that to Virgo. So if you're dealing with a Virgo, they're going through it too. Virgos have been ascending in the same way Sagittarius has been ascending. So, all right, guys. I have an event on July 27th in Boston. That link is in the box below. If you click on the box below, I haven't put the link up on my website yet. I will do that today. So if you want to check it out, we're going to be hanging out and talking about movement forward in your life and not being stuck. And it's going to be really fun. And there will be kind of like a meet and greet. And I'll also be doing personal readings that weekend. The weekend before will be in New York, but I don't have that link yet. So I'll let you know about that date and that link when it comes out. But for now, for sure, the Boston link is below. Also, if you want a personal reading, check out my website, fearlessintuition.net. And the FaceTime reading special will be over in 3 days. But there will be a new special in June for, I'll have the soulmate readings on special again, and the soul's journey reading will still be on special. So I hope you guys have, and the InstantGo app. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Check me out on the InstantGo app. Also, Instagram, at fearlessintuition1111. You can find me on Instagram there. So I love you guys so much. I hope you have a really wonderful day and have a great beginning of June, and I'll see you for the second half. Bye.